Welcome to Motivated Results, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to give you guys a little bit more of a dynamic angle, if you will, even though I feel like this is not so much dynamic, but awkward. So I don't know how I'm going to title this, whether it's a Nutritional 102 video or more so a review. I feel it's a little bit more of a review. And we're going to be talking about if it fits your macros. Boom. And what is it? I like to think of it more as an accounting system for your intake, while some people are willing to argue it's a diet. And then to those people I say, does it really matter? What it essentially is that you can track your calories and track your intake and manipulate your body composition based on the macronutrients that you consume. What is that? We're talking about proteins, fats, carbs, and like we talked about in the last Nutrition 102 video, link somewhere here, fiber is the one key one that I do like to tell people to maintain a high level of or keep track of. And let me start by giving you guys a little bit of history. If you go back enough on this channel, if you go far enough back, you'll see that I was very bro-like in the beginning. Very, chicken, vegetables, steamed vegetables, brown rice, oatmeal, the whole shebang. Very, very bro-ish, if you will. And coming into this, trying to review this dieting paradigm, I didn't really believe in it. I didn't really think it was going to work. And so I came in with a lot of hesitation, and I came in with a lot of doubts. And basically what you do is that you look at, depending on your goals, if you're looking at a surplus or a deficit, you plug in you set up a caloric intake, and then you distribute your macronutrients based on your goals and what you're trying to do, assuming that protein is probably a very big priority, because anything that you do, you probably need a decent protein intake, and then you manipulate carbs and fats and so on. And then throughout time, whether you're looking to bulk, you'll manipulate it and add certain things in other areas. And if you're looking to cut, you'll cut back on certain things or add, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So, does it work? Yes, it does. And coming in from a very bro world, I didn't believe in it. It works. I tested it multiple ways. And when it comes as far as to body composition, you can even go as far as to eat shit. Very high sugared foods for carbohydrates. You can go as far as eating a lot of processed food. It doesn't really matter. It works. My weigh-ins for about 2 years now. This is how long I've been testing this, and for 2 years I've been fairly consistent on my weigh-ins constantly. Even when I cut before and went down to 166 pounds from 210, my weigh-ins were very, very consistent every single day. And there would even be 2-3 weeks where I really wanted to push the boundaries of this dieting paradigm, that I did go with a lot of high sugar foods for carbohydrates. I went with a lot of processed fats, a lot of trans fats, a lot of fats that you probably shouldn't be getting too much of. And as far as body composition, okay, let me rephrase that. Let me reiterate that. As far as body composition, as far as weight and fluctuations, it works. Now, is it the most effective dieting protocol? I don't know. And that's just the truth. I don't know. I haven't tried them all enough to be able to give you the exact truth. I think some things probably even work better for some people than others. The benefit of this dieting protocol or paradigm, if you will, is that you have the freedom to add foods that most diets prohibit. And why is that important? That's important because when you're dieting down especially, there's a lot of psychological factors, which I will make a video about this shortly. There's huge psychological factors that occur when you're dieting down. There's a lot of cravings, there's a lot of things that you are around that you can't necessarily consume. There's a lot of peer pressure. There's a lot of things that if you are in a very, very bro diet, that you're going to have a hard time maintaining the diet. And this diet, if it fits your macros, or flexible dieting, does allow you to fit some of these foods into your diet, as long as the macros fit, of course, and does allow you to partake in things that normally would bug you and normally would really drill down on you because you can't eat and everybody else is taking part in it. So it's a good dieting style in that sense. The negatives of this diet. I will say that when I took in a lot of my carbohydrates and fats from what I would call subpar choices, I did feel a little bit of a sluggishness as far as the way my body, my body and my mind would function. That's one thing to consider. The original idea for If It Fits Your Macros, or flexible dieting, in my opinion, is that it was meant to be for people who want to eat healthy, make good food choices as far as still eating meat-based proteins and still making sure that you're getting plenty of vegetables and fruits in your diet, and then fitting in those little things that you have cravings for, or those things that you have that you love to eat, for example. And I feel like the YouTube community has really tried to tread a fine line between eating a lot of junk, essentially, a lot of junk food, a lot of highly processed food, a lot of sugar, and disregarding the vegetables and other great natural sources of doing it. Now, that sounds very bro-ish, but what I'm saying is that I feel that your diet should primarily be fairly quote-unquote clean, and then throwing some of these treats into your diet that will still help you achieve your results, versus fitting in all the junk you can into your diet, and then every once in a while throwing a couple things that you need, like fiber, because otherwise you're having issues with certain bowel movements or whatever. So that's my take on this diet. Do I use it? Yes, I have. I've talked to you guys just seconds ago about doing this for about 2 years now, during very heavy bulks, very light lean bulks, and heavy cuts and very light cuts. So it works. I would highly suggest it. The only thing I would definitely make sure is that you are keeping good food choices on the table and then adding your treats later on. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any more questions, post them down below. I look forward to interacting with you and getting your thoughts on this. And let me know if you are a flexible dieter down below. See you guys next time.